right? You record other people's mission, as Scott and Tom Chanel and everyone talks about like understanding what other people's needs, where they're at, and then invite and expose the proper way. I mean the proper way. Don't be doing this half stuff, you know, where, oh, let me tell you a little bit about it. It's not the right setting. It's in a, no, it's in a line. I mean, when I invite and expose, you're coming to my house, you're going to sit there for a half an hour, and you're going to go through this presentation with me. And you're going to hear from me. And I'm going to hear from you. That's the complete way of inviting and exposing. And then you're going to ask them, let's take a chance. Come on, I'm going to tell you my commitment. Give me a chance. Give us a chance. Give yourself a chance. Give this opportunity a chance. Give yourself a running start. What are you doing? What have you been doing yesterday? Let's do this together. If you do those things and you do them 200 times and you don't get to where you feel like you should be, in my opinion, and only my opinion, so don't, you know, right? You are allowed to quit. You can walk away from the deal, right? But you got to do it 200 times. Anything less than that, then you know you've only cheated yourself. And you're just going to keep cheating yourself over and over again. That's okay, you know. But then, you know, don't be, you know, crying to me. So that next. All right. So that's kind of concludes that part, right? And so that's my part on the Healthy Body Challenge and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to spend 30 minutes on the transformation experience now. Is that cool? All right. So how many of you want to lose some weight? All right, it's okay, good, all right? Well, remember, as you know, I don't care about weight, okay, right? I don't care about weight, I care about fat. The only thing I want to know, how many of you would like to lose some fat? More fat, that's all right, perfect. You know, I used to work for a really large hospital system. There's the Greenville Hospital System. We're the 10th largest academic hospital in the nation. Clemson University, University of South Carolina was on our campus. And a lot of work that I did there was in sports medicine, orthopedic, but I have a specialty in the research of obesity, diabetes, autoimmune diseases, neurological diseases. Let me tell you something. I understood the value of being healthy and understood the value of body composition. You work in a hospital, and you understand. Let me tell you guys, if you got one goal to be healthy, you better get rid of as much fat on your body as you possibly can. You get as lean as you possibly can. Fat is so incredibly toxic. It is so inflammatory. I don't care what issue you have, whether it be diabetes, whether it be migraines, whether it be autoimmune disease, I'm telling you, if you got the wrong composition in your body, meaning that you got a higher amount of fat or more fat than you need, that is the root of that issue. And that is the reason why that issue is not going to get any better. I'll tell you what, I tell everybody that I possibly can, listen, get as lean as you can, as fast as you can. Right? And after the age of 40, I'm telling you what, you just try to get that fat off, because things start getting very destructive at that point. And so that's why when we kind of looked at the weight loss program with the Fardulises, we kind of had a change in the way that we thought about how we wanted people to be successful at this and what we really wanted for them. Did we really want them to lose weight, or did we want them to lose the right type of weight and keep it off and get healthier first? That's how, when Scott and I got together, we created the transformation experience. And so, next please. So the transformation experience is the fat loss challenge of the Healthy Body Challenge. The Healthy Body Challenge has 8 healthy body packs, right? Blood sugar, bone and joint, etc., right? Well, each of those things, you know, has its own initiative, okay, right? But the weight loss, the fat loss one, has really, it seems to touch all of us in some way. So we decided to create a different campaign within the Healthy Body Challenge to just focus on that. And that's how the transformation experience came to be. The reason why those those words were strategically chosen is because transformation, the definition of transformation is to change in such a form that is so significant, substantial, that you are unable to recognize what you were before or what it was before. And it changes to such a degree that you are unable to actually change back. That is what this program is all about. That's what this philosophy is all about. The experience is because it is not a program. It is an experience. It is your relationship with food. It's your relationship with eating. It's your relationship with yourself. It's your relationship with your friends and your family and the people that you respect. That is an experience. And so that is why these two words were chosen to be part of this fat loss program. There are only 3 elements, and it is that simple. There is only the products, there's only the nutrition plan, and there's only the program. There's nothing else, because it is that simple. You just need to start eating right, fueling right. You need to make sure that you create the most optimal environment for your body to be able to shed this fat. And then you need to do it with intensity and consistency. You only need those 3 things. Next, please. So the philosophy is very straightforward. All we're focusing on is losing fat and gaining or maintaining muscle mass. That is the biggest problem why people are unable to manage their weight. They do these diets, they do these programs, they lose a bunch of weight. The first weight that they lose is water. The second weight that they lose is muscle. The third weight that they lose is bone density. And then the fourth element that they lose is fat. Think about it. You always hear this all the time. Well, if you starve yourself, then you know what you're having? Your body goes into ketosis. When your body goes into ketosis, then your body says, oh man, I'm starving. I better go get these energy from the fat. How does that make any sense evolutionary-wise? Think about it. If you're starving, you think your body's going to go access the greatest capacity for energy to keep you living first? No! It's not going to go get it from fat. It's going to go get it from the... You don't have any energy. You know how hard it is to get energy from fat? It takes a lot of effort. So you think your body's going to go get that energy from a very hard source? No! It's going to go get it from the easiest source. Protein, carbohydrates, your muscle. That's where it goes gets it. First it goes gets it from the water. Then it goes gets it from the muscles. And so that's why you see people on these high-protein diets, on these diets in which you're starving, and they've lost 30 pounds in 30 days, and they got bones as shoulders, and their face looks like a probably not a good example. I was going to say hostage. Not a good deal. Anyway, you know what I mean? Anemic, right? But where's all that weight still at? It's in their stomach. It's in their hips. It's in their butt. You know why? Those are valuable energy stores. Babies are made down there. You think that your body's going to go get energy from those storage areas? No. I mean, there's a lot of evolutionary things that has to be understood when you're looking at real healthy, proper weight loss. And so that's why it's really important to make sure that you maintain this incredible, incredible energy source, this generator of calories, or not generator, but spender, consumer of calories, which is muscle. So you want to maintain as much muscle mass as you possibly can, because when you get done with this program and you start adding in whatever you have been, so deprived of for a certain degree, you want to make sure that those calories are burned. And the major place to burn those calories is your muscle. So if your muscle's gone, you don't have that ability. That's why you find people saying, listen, I haven't changed a thing. I was eating the same way that I was eating before. I was eating the same calories as I was eating before, and I was losing weight. And now I can't lose weight anymore. And worse, I'm actually gaining weight. How is that? I was doing the same thing as I was doing before. Yeah, you were doing the same thing as you were doing before, but you're not in the same environment as you were before. You actually had some muscle mass back then, so you were actually burning some stuff. Now that's all gone, and so you're going to just end up storing it. Right? It's actually quite a logical thing, but the reason why you don't ever hear of it that way is because that's not sexy. That's not what sells. 30 pounds in 2 weeks sells. You know, you drop, because you just want to fit in those pants. You know what? You can fit in those pants and get in those shirts, get in all that sort of, you can just be, if you're a pear, you can become a smaller pear. If you're an apple, you can become a smaller apple. Doesn't mean you're changing the way that your body composition is. It's not necessarily making you healthy. It's allowing you to fit in those pants. But you see what I'm saying? That's what young Jeffy focused on. I don't care if you lose huge amounts of weight. I want you to lose the right weight, and I want you to lose the weight that with time and intensity that you'll be able to capture your health back. And so that's the number one thing that we focus on is first and foremost, you capture your health, and then everything else will work itself out. Weight never killed anybody. It's all the stuff that you do to gain the weight that kills you. All right? Next, please. So science. The science of this thing is very important. I won't go into it too much, but it's very simple. It focuses on insulin. Listen, your body runs on hormones. It doesn't run on anything else. Everything that you do, whether you grow, whether you cry, whether you think, whether you build, whether you break down, it's all based on hormones. Hormones are the trigger that sets the cascading events to do what they're going to do. Well, guess what? Fat is the same exact way. You accumulate fat because one of your hormones tells your body to accumulate that fat, to accumulate those energy stores. Now, unfortunately, what it's doing isn't telling you to accumulate your energy stores. What it's doing is it's telling you to get rid of the most toxic, disastrous, let's try to think of a few cool words. Element that you consume, and that's sugar. Okay, sugar. Sugar is the most destructive molecule that you can put into your body. I know this isn't anything new. If it is new, you got a lot of learning to do, let me tell you, okay, right? Sugar is the most destructive thing for your body. Well, listen, your body knows that. And it knows that it doesn't need sugar running around in the most sensitive and vulnerable areas of the body, which is the blood, because the blood is surrounded by these vessels. And these vessels, if they get damaged, they start leaking, they start hardening. And when that happens, blood, remember, blood is the most healing nutrient in the body. That's why if you got a problem, if you got some trauma, you want to make sure you get as much blood to that area as you possibly can. That's what inflammation is, right? When you punch yourself in the arm, it gets red. That's a good thing because that means blood is getting to that area and those healing nutrients are there to repair it. But I'll tell you what, if you got a bunch of sugar in that area, you got problems. So what happens is your body says, listen, when there's sugar in that blood, because of the way that you eat, I'm going to make sure that I take that sugar out of there. And how I do that is by sending a hormone called insulin. And when I send that hormone called insulin out from the pancreas, it tells the rest of the body, you got sugar in the system, let's get it out of that vulnerable, sensitive place called the veins and the arteries and the blood, and let's shuttle it into cells. Because when you put it in the cells, that sugar can be used as energy. Right? So that is the fundamental principle of this entire program, is how do you make sure that those insulin levels do not spike? Because when those insulin levels spike, it tells that body to store those calories. Your body has the ability to break down, metabolize, and utilize sugar. Whoever made the body, it's all, everybody has different, philosophies on that, but whoever did knew that it was going to have to deal with sugar. So it created a system to be able to deal with it. But not in the vast amounts that you put it in your mouth. Listen, my dad, we're from India obviously, my dad used to buy sugar cane. You ever see sugar cane? Yeah. Sugar cane long stalks. He used to buy the sugar cane. I don't know why we did it, but we used to like suck on sugar cane, like eat sugar cane, right? Anyways, here's the deal. You know how much sugar cane is in a